Hello, Metal Shop class. I'm Eric Anderson. Today, I'm going to quickly show you how to make a metal heart project. Just like this. Let's go. Alright, so to start, what you're going to need is 2 1/4-inch round stock pieces, 18 inches long. It doesn't have to be perfectly exact, but just get it as close as possible. And the way you do that is you just take a tape measure, measure 18 inches, put a mark, and then cut it with the cutters. Alright, let's go to the bender. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the handle part piece that you'll find over there by the sandblaster. You're going to insert it to the first hole. And then you're going to take the scroller tool, and you're going to take this bolt and put it directly down into that hole, like so. Then you're going to take the scrolling pin, the roller, and from here, you go over to set it in. And then that's the setup. Alright, now what you do is you take the piece, insert it here, make sure this is flat on the roller, and then you grab the handle, and you start scrolling. I'm going to go around. Now what you do is you go until you see this double A, and there's a line there. Until the metal touches it, like that. As soon as the metal touches the line, you can let loose, pull this off, and then you keep going this direction, and then you just reset it. So now it's back to where it was when we started. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take the opposite end, you're going to stick it in the same place. You're going to make sure this part right here is as level as possible. It doesn't really matter if it is though, because you can fix that later. Now, start scrolling. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to scroll all the way around until you feel the machine lock up, which is like right there. And then you're going to go back a little bit. And you're going to take this pin. Yeah. Take the pin back one more, then you level that out again. And then you finish the scroll until this line, the C line, hits the metal. Then you stop. Now you have this piece. Alright, so once you have your piece, now you're going to have to do that again. That's where the second piece comes in handy. Just like that. Magic, right? Alright, well, that's it. So, yep, I'll see you later. Okay, I'm totally kidding about that last part. We're not done. Alright, now this is for the leveling part. But I'm going to let Hipskin do this part, show the students how to do it, instead of me doing it. So, I'm going to let my dear teacher, Christopher Hipskin, he's going to show you how to do it. Not me. Alright, so now that you got this pretty level, we don't really have to worry about leveling this because we're going to cut this off eventually. That's what this part comes in, and then eventually once you cut it, I'll level it up a little bit more just to get it pretty perfect. So what we're going to do is you're going to want to find a straight edge. I just use this cabinet because it's pretty straight. And then you're going to want to put it up against it. And you're going to take a little piece of chalk, and you're going to want to get pretty close to right here. It doesn't have to be perfect, just somewhere in there. So that's where you're going to cut. And then, same thing with this one. Just like that. See, when they're on opposite, it's going to connect. And then you're going to get something like that, and this is going to be cut off. Just a bit more leveling. Mike, get out of the shop! Hey, jeez! Gosh. Alright, now, quick part, fun part, welding. Now, coming close, what you're going to want to do is you want to turn on your machine, like so. And before you weld, make sure you get the skill from Mr. Hipskin before you do this. Now, you're gonna want to set, if you have, you're gonna want to set the wire speed to number 3, as shown, and then for your voltage, just go all the way to J, and that's your setup. Now, if you come over here, you'll clamp your work, get your gun. Now, you're gonna do your welding helmet, pair of gloves, and your swag. All right. Let's get to welding. Alright, now you're gonna add a weld about right here. Get it flat and biggest circle as possible, not super huge. And then you're gonna have 2 welds here, and then you're gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Now let's get welding. Alright, after you've welded your heart together, you're going to take it over to the sandblaster. Once you got the skill from Mr. Hipskin, you're good to go. Apply your metal. Let's hit the sandblaster. Alright. That was fast. Alright. Since when did I get this new wardrobe? I do not remember that happening. Alright, so now you got your sandblasted part, welded, it's all good. Now you have a few options. You can either leave it like this, or you can paint it. Alright, also there's one last step you can do, this is optional. After you've painted a piece, what you can also do is, this is a new skill we've been learning, it's how to dip paint. Just like so. And I'm going to show you how to do it with a test piece. Alright, now for the dip painting, what you're going to need is a respirator and 2 different types of spray paint. Put the respirator on. Oh, a little wet out.
Really loud.
Huh?
You gotta talk really loud for this.
I know. Alright. Right now we're using 2 types of the same spray paint, just 2 different colors. We got red and I think it's a white. Alright, so this is how we usually do it. All you do is you start off, and you kind of want, it doesn't really matter, you want to kind of mix different colors to get a cool different design. So here, we're using some test pieces. So when you start, you have hot water in a container, and you take it, go ahead. You start making circles to make cool little line effects. And keep getting lighter. Something like that. Kind of cool, really. And then, take a test piece.
I don't see it.
I'll show it myself. Yeah. And you kind of just want to really play around with it. You kind of go in slowly. And then in. A little, kind of get all the excess stuff off of it. And kind of swirl around it. Alright. Now you get something like this. Kind of cool, colory design. Kind of looks like a candy cane. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's how you do that. So, other than that, it's pretty sweet. You just play around with it and get whatever design you want.
We're gonna go take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, we'll be a 5-minute break. We'll come back. Are we forgetting something?
Not that I can think of. Why?
Respirators!